Well, hopefully we're live. Let's just have a quick look. Morning everybody. Welcome to Tunnel Farm. Oh, there's a bit of a lag. Should be here somewhere. Where am I? Here I am. Should be here somewhere. Oh, there I am. Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Tunnel Farm. I am sitting on house 27 today, and I'm out of the wind. It's really cold, it's really windy. The wind is all down that end of the lake. Luckily I am, as you can see, protected by a nice high bank and some green stuff, and hopefully I'm going to catch some fish. Maybe I catch some fish, maybe I don't, but we'll see. I've set up one rig today. One rig in 3 pegs. Excuse me. It's a RW4B14 Winter Maggie. I'm fishing quite heavy, I know. 017 to 013. I've got a match here tomorrow. Excuse me. I've got a match here tomorrow, and I thought I would just see if I can catch on this. If I need to scale down. I don't want to scale down if I can help it, because then I can use all my normal stuff. I fish over there in the shadow of that overhanging tree there. I'm going to fish there in the shadow of that tree there, and I'm going to fish over there in the shadow of that little stump there. That's the plan. 3 lines. I've only got a couple of pints of maggots, that's all I got, and I forgot my little top to my pot, so I'm going to have to sort of, I don't know, dip it in, get it wet, get some maggots, pop them out, and hopefully they'll stay in while I ship out. Sort of a bit of a disaster that, but if I just put some maggots in there, knock them all out. If I put some maggots in there, I'll just do that. Maybe they'll stay in there long enough while I ship out. So the maggots on might help. If not, I've got a catapult, and let's see if I can get a bite. Goal today is catch fish. Don't care what fish. Just want to catch a fish. Hopefully everybody's having a nice Christmas day. Shit my bolt out. I can just get one little pot of bait in the right place, that would make me happy. Right, spin that round, hopefully you can see it. There we go. What was that? 5 maggots. With fishing so many different styles between carp venues in the river and F1 venue, Snake Lake, places like Tunnel. I've got so much gear lying around. And for some reason I've taken all the tops off those little pots, and I've got them in another box. It's because I would normally fish pellets, but maggots today. I think what I'll do is I will just catapult some bait. I'll try and be accurate with that. Maybe that's the right way. So anyway, we're fishing. It's just gone 9:30. I've got a few hours, and many thanks to Sarah, the owner here at Tunnel Farm. She's opened the gates for people to come and fish if they want to come and fish on Christmas Day, and for the 2nd year running I have taken that opportunity. and hopefully we're going to catch a few, he says. So I think what we'll do is we'll sit for maybe 10 minutes 10 minutes in each peg, just with one little pot of bait, and then go from this peg to that peg to that peg. I'm really not sure where to catch in here, but let's see. Rig is 017 down to 013, size 18 SLWG, and yeah, I'm going to fish 3 open water pegs, and let's see. Let's see. Morning, everybody. Yeah, it's cold enough for me, but luckily I'm sitting out the wind, so we're good. I'm just thinking I need that stopwatch really. There's been no wind at all while I've been setting this up, and now I've got wind on this left hand line. Typical. Typical. Tell what I'll do, I'll try and pop bait on this left hand line. On that right hand line, maybe I fire maggots with a catapult. I'm not sure, maybe I could put, and I fired maggots around. And then I was putting in like a big pot of maggots and it was all going wrong. I was just drawing too many fish to the same spot. I've learned a little bit more about my F1 fishing since then, and hopefully I wouldn't make those sorts of mistakes. But actually having a pot where I can pot some bait would actually be a good idea. Right, I managed to get about 4 maggots out there, and there you go. Let's see if I can get a few more. Surely if I put that little pot there, dunk them. It should be good, shouldn't it? Only a fool comes maggot fishing and doesn't bring the lids for his pots. There we go. That works. Tip them in. Lay that rig like that. Like a pro. There we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Put some blue hydro in these top kits. I've got 3 top kits I've put up with blue hydro ready for tomorrow. They're probably all going to need tightening up after I catch the first fish, but come on, get a bite. Should have got my stopwatch, shouldn't I? Come on, fish, make my Christmas. I need a bite. Oh, I've got birds trying to steal my maggots. I've only got 2 pints, shoo away. I've got a couple of pints for today and I've got 3 pints for tomorrow, but let's see how it goes. I don't think I'll use a lot of bait today. if I use all these today, then I think I'll make some expanders up tonight and then have a line with expanders and micros tomorrow. Let's see, but it's windy over there, look. Maybe you can't see it, but it's really windy over the other side of the lake. I don't know how many are fishing the match tomorrow, but if it's the same wind, I hope it just all gets pegged around this bay. Just so we're out the wind. Comfort first. Come on, where's my Christmas bite? It's not looking good there, is it? The only person fishing on the entire venue and I can't get a bite. It's not good, is it? It's a me issue, that is, by the way. Oh, that might have been a little indication then. Might have been. Got a bit too keen and struck it. Right, stopwatch. So, morning Andrew, Steve, morning Lee. I'm on peg 27, mate, on house pool. Right, so we'll have another little put in here. Dip the pot. A few maggots. Try not to lose too many. It'll probably be solid under my feet after a couple of hours, after all these maggots that'll drop. Let's go. So the rig is I've just shot it as a bulk and 2 droppers, 4-inch hook length. It's just plumbed up, slightly to below the float. Float body, that is, sorry, not the entire float, just below the float body. So I'm laying on a little bit. It's really silty, and just trying to create like a little fall through the water. It's not really deep, but just trying to create a little slow fall for those fish to eyeball those maggots. But that's the plan. Trying to fish with a little bit more finesse with my maggots. But we'll give this a We'll give this like 10 minutes now, I think, and then we'll try to my right. I've got a lot of places to try in this peg. I don't know where the fish are going to be. Last year I caught a load of fish off house 5 across and just chucking maggots short, but I like to fish a little bit longer today. But everyone's having a good day. Morning Neil, morning Terry. Merry Christmas everybody. Hope you're having a lovely day. Left and drop. Just wanted to sort of check this out. If I end up fishing here tomorrow, I was thinking maybe I'd fish straight across to the island and fish short, and I wouldn't fish where I am now, so I thought I'd give it a little go just to see. But maybe I catch, maybe I don't. I think that's my my self-doubt kicking in. I should have, in my head, caught a fish by now, or an indication. Maybe it's a bit early. Let's give it some time. The other thing I might do tomorrow, if it's really hard, I might bring just a bag of crushed expander and just put a little pot of that in if it gets really difficult. If anyone's not heard of this place before, it's I would say it's the premier F1 fishery in the country. It's got 9 lakes, I think 9 lakes, and it's stocked with F1s, silvers and carp. The F1s, depending on the lake and depending on the stock that's feeding, I guess, but they're sort of like £0.5 to £5, more down the £1 to £2 end, or £2 end probably, and the carp go just sort of below double figures really. I don't catch many double figure carp at Tunnel. Lots of bream, skimmers, perch, roach. It's all pole fishing generally. There's a couple of pegs where you might fish a rod, but pretty much leave the rods at home, bring the pole. A lot of fishing off top kits in the summer, catching shallow in the water. and then a lot of maggot fishing in the winter, and maybe some punch bread to features. You know, weights in the summer are, you know, probably up to £200, and many anglers catching that on a lake in a match. So it's a great venue, always super busy, feeding one line, fishing another line. F1s are quite finicky fish. You have to sort of catch a few and then move and catch a few more. They're renowned for ripping up silty bottoms and causing mayhem, and so just catching a few fish in one spot and then moving a few feet and then catching a few fish in the next spot is a great way to fish it. That's been 7 minutes. I think what we'll do is we will finish out the 10 minutes here, and then I'll start the line to the right. We'll do the same again. I'll put some bait in with a pot, and then I'll fish maggots afterward, catapult maggots, after I've got like a little pot in the place where I want to catch them. Just lift it out and drop it in again. I wouldn't be liking this if this was tomorrow. Merry Christmas in for a bit. It's probably a F1 anglers screaming saying I should have scaled down to 015, 011, but it's not really my style. Despite having put blue hydro on, but let's see. Right, that's very good. Just make some adjustments of this. I have to move the phone, hope it doesn't drop out, so I can keep seeing the chat. Right. Let's try over here. Yeah, it's Christmas Day only because other day I actually had my Christmas with my missus and my kids last Saturday. As it happens, I sort of get this question each year. I'm not skipping on Christmas, but my other half, she's German, and she takes the kids to go and see her mum and her half of the family on Christmas Eve. So I stay and tidy the house. If she's watching, honestly, I'm tidying the house, and do some other bits and bobs. So she goes away for just over a week, and I go fishing for a little bit and tidy. That's the deal. So yeah, I'm not skimping on Christmas. I've already had it. I'm sure baby Jesus wouldn't mind. Right, I think I'm really tempted to just start firing maggots in. On the a couple of years ago when I fished at this time on the same day, what I did was I chucked maggots for about 2 hours short. And then I went on it, I fished pellets across, and I did a little bit of dobbing across to the island, and then I went on it, and after 2 hours of feeding it, when I went on the short line, it was solid. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the catapult and I'm going to start firing in some bait. That's what my head says what I want to do. Right, start the stopwatch, because if I draw, depending on where it gets pegged tomorrow, if I get drawn anywhere around there, this is probably exactly what I need to do. Fish. What am I fishing now? 9 meters, 9 and a bit. Catapult in my hand, firing and bait. Trying to catch a few. Either that or tapping in more maggots from a pot. Let's see. It's peaceful. More than everybody, there's loads of people watching. Not a lot of people saying hi, which is okay, but Merry Christmas to everyone. And if that doesn't work, then, you know, happy holidays, or enjoy the festive season, whichever works. Maybe everyone's working, but we'll see. I had a nice chat with an ambulance crew the other night, and their shift pattern had been changed not too far in the past, and so they realised they had to work on Christmas Day, and a lot of people are working all over the place, right? So it's not a day off for a lot of people. What was I even saying? I don't know what I was saying then. I think I was saying was, if you're celebrating, then awesome. If you're not, still awesome if you're here. And yeah, I've lost my train of thought. Let's try and catch some fish. I haven't had a bite. It's panicking me. Try and work out any maggots I want to fire in. God, I've got to catch them. Got to catch fish here, surely. I need to slow it down. I might be a bit too hasty. Maybe I'll pack up and just go home and I'll just start a live stream from the house and we'll chat about fishing, shall we? Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they are. Like, bro, it's Christmas. Give us a break. I think that's what the rest of my family's thinking right now. Could you not just stay at home for one day? This little bird is determined. I've only got 2 points of maggots. Have some look. What's that bird? Can someone identify it? It's black and white. It's got a waggy tail. It's determined to get some maggots. Him and his mate. Oh, straight in with the answer. It's not a game show. Oof. So there you go. If it ever goes wrong and you forget the top for your little pots, just dip your pot in water first, and then ship out really slowly. And you should be alright. Right, what am I trying to do here? Tap some bait in the spot where I'm fishing. Flick it out past, and then try and mimic the bait falling slowly. That's what I'm trying to do, isn't it? And then what's meant to happen is that float's meant to go under and I strike and I cook myself a fish. meant to happen. Morning Julian, Merry Christmas. Fellow match streamer Julian in the channel. I still think he and I are the only two people to match fish in the UK and live stream it. Come on. I'm not sure about that, mate, but so I've got a bit of fishing coming up actually. Let's talk about that for a bit. I've got well, today I'm here for a few hours, and then tomorrow I've actually got a match here. I'll live stream it if I draw somewhere down here. Although if we're all round down here, then maybe I won't, but I don't know, but we'll see. My connection's not great. I don't know which lakes we're on tomorrow. I assume we're on House, but that might not be the case. So I've got a match here tomorrow, then I've got a day off. Then I've got a match at Gold Valley. I think it's the day after, and so that I will stream, and then I've got a couple of days off. I've got to do some bits, and then I've got a match New Year's Eve. Alright, well, we're going to give it a couple more minutes, and then we're going to go and look back on that first line again. I'm just going to keep trying both these lines, I reckon, just put some bait in and see what happens. Pot a bit, catapult a bit. I think I'll exclusively pot on the left hand line, and I will pot and fire on this right hand line. This wind's got a bit annoying really. It's just, I don't know where it's come from, because there was no wind here at all. I cut my line down a little bit shorter on my rig, and now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have done. Right, I'll fire some more bait in and then go back and look on the left hand line. Bite, come on, bite. Give me a bite. Okay. At some point that float's going to go under and I'm going to get all excited. I can tell. No bread punch. I'd fish bread punch, Julian, if it was against an island or cover. But not out in open water, I wouldn't. That's just me personally, I'd just rather fish maggot. What I wanted to do is I wanted to fish these pegs. Because if I was fishing the match here tomorrow, I would go straight to the island, left and right, to fish punch. But there's not a lot of cover on those islands. There's one to the left, there's no cover at all really. They could be sitting against it, but there's not a lot of reed cover or anything. But yeah, so because I'll fish bread punch tomorrow, I wanted to see if you could just catch just open water on maggots. I must admit, I am surprised. What is it? 20 past 10. I've not had a bite. If this was a match tomorrow, I'd be like, uh-oh. I'm in big trouble. No, Peter, it's not going to plan. Not going to plan at all. Well, I say it's not going to plan. I'm out fishing on Christmas Day, so it is going to plan. So let's just forget the fish bit for a minute. We just talk about the fish in fishing. Don't know where that bait went. Well, I need to remember tomorrow is don't cut that rig down so short. Even if it looks like there's going to be no wind. And remember the top for my maggot pot. And don't forget to dunk them. Right now. But apart from all that, yeah, it's going to plan. Let's not worry about that. They will come. I know they'll come. He says. Maybe what I should do is just chuck maggot short and then feed some pellets on the bottom of the shelf of the island, or just where it shelves up. Maybe I should do that. Come on, come on. Going really silent. I'm like, could you imagine if I blank? There'll be no video made of this, I tell you. Wow. Right, I'm just gonna solve this pop problem. It's annoying me. This left hand side, what happens, the wind keeps catching that rig, and because I shortened it, it's worse. So what I'm gonna do, give me a second, hopefully it won't drop. Oh no, oh maybe. No, forget that idea. I was going to put my cupping kit on, but my my cupping kit's in my other bag. Oh, Graham, what are you doing? No, not fish your bread today. I want to fish maggots today. I just got a fish in the open water with maggots, and I've managed to make a series of errors with my tackle. That have made it tricky. It's always the way when I switch from like one discipline, like river fishing, to F1 fishing, or if I switch from carp fishing to river fishing, you know, those kinds of switches, because I don't carry everything for everything all the time. I've got this sort of unpack, repack process, and oh, a couple of bubbles in my peg. So I was sort of sorting out my gear yesterday, and there's a couple of things I've left at home that I shouldn't have left at home for today, including the two wheels of my trolley. But I managed to use it as a wheelbarrow. That might have been a bite or indication. So I knew there were some things that weren't right, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was. Now I know what it was. Two wheels off the trolley, tops to my pole pots. It's because I've switched my box over and I've not put them in the new trays, and I've also not sorted out my my cupping kit for if I only come with one bag instead of two. Just stuff like that. Anyway, is what it is. I go in. Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to everyone else that's watching. I hope it is providing some enjoyable fishing entertainment, despite the fact I've not had a proper bite. It's like, did you catch a tunnel today? No. No, it was a bit tough. It's like, oh, was it really busy? Like every peg in and stuff? No, I had the whole venue to myself. What time am I going to fish to? 1 o'clock maybe. Yeah, maybe 1 o'clock. I'm going to suffer the pain of this short rig, so I learn my lesson for tomorrow. I could switch it out for a 4x12, I guess. I've got more 4x12 carbons made up. I should have thought about it more. Doesn't matter when you're chucking the lead and 8mm pellets, but when you're fishing the pole feeder, but it does matter here. Where you think it's not going to be windy in your peg, and then suddenly there is some wind. And you need the bait to sit there and be still. You know what I mean? A big mistake. So I'll make these errors so other people don't make them, right? If you're fishing an F1 venue with maggots, and you want your bait to stay still, make sure you leave enough line between your pole tip and your rig and your float. Otherwise you end up moving it around too much, ruining your own presentation, and every time the wind gusts you'll also end up ruining your presentation. Oh, okay, what elastics for which poles? So if it's 16 metre then it should be fine. I can only give you a guide for hydroelastic by Daiwa, because that's all I use. And if I catch a 7-pound carp, 8-pound carp, it'll be all right. So blue hydro for that. If I'm fishing the river and I'm catching 2-ounce roach, I'll fish pink hydro. If I'm fishing the river and I'm catching 6-ounce roach, oh, it's a bite, it's a bite. If I'm fishing the river and I'm fishing 6-ounce roach, I'll use blue hydro. I have caught bream up to 5 pound in the river on blue hydro. I did it on my Riverfest qualifier and it was absolutely fine in the summer, but it won't be fine in the winter with the flow. So small roach, 2 ounces pink hydro, F1s, bigger roach, blue hydro. F1s in the summer on a shallow kit, catching F1s, I'll use orange hydro. Down the edge, catching F1s in the summer, orange or white hydro. If I'm catching bigger F1s, 3 pound, or I want to catch them quicker, short, if I'm fishing a top kit +1, I'll use grey hydro. If I'm catching carp, 3 pound up to 10 pound, I'll use black hydro. If I'm catching fish down the edge and I expect to catch fish 10 pound plus, I'll fish purple hydro. And if I'm flicking a rig, let's say I'm trying to flick a rig to carp, I'll fish grey hydro for doing that, fishing a long line. I need to check that bait. What else haven't I covered off? If I'm fishing a pole feeder in the winter on the river, it's black hydro. If I'm fishing a flat float in the winter, it's black hydro. And then someone can convert all of those into this 8 to 6 or 6 to 8, 8, you know, 8 to 10. I can't do the conversion for you, but there's probably, sure, that that maggot's gone everywhere. I'm sure that someone, and that's too short, brilliant. I'm sure someone would have made a conversion chart somewhere. But yeah, I think that's probably my summary. Small roach pink, bigger roach blue, winter F1s blue, summer F1s orange, catching quick, slightly bigger F1s grey, carp up to 10 black, pole feeder black, so winter fishing on the river black. Down the edge, monsters 10 pound plus purple, and I don't go any higher than that. I don't use red and I don't use brown. Oh, I bumped a fish. Oh, I bumped a fish. Does that count? Does that count? Lost my bait and I bumped a fish. I've had these maggots in the garage for 2 days and they don't even want to move. Just in a bucket on the floor. I'm very tempted to tomorrow then, or tonight, to actually put my bait in the house, because I can, because she's away. Put my bait in the house just to get it to liven up a little bit. So hopefully that's a good guide. And if it's a 16-metre pole from Preston, then it should be able to take all of those elastics. And then the other thing to say is on the river, I use match kits for catching roach in the spring, summer and autumn. So I use a bung at the end of the pole, not a side puller, and because you're generally not using the puller at all, you're just putting on another section of pole to swing the fish in or net the fish. I use a side puller in the winter when I step up to black hydro. Again, not that I'm going to use the puller, but just because it's my normal black hydro kit, so it's the same. And then every other time it's side pullers. And I've actually, yesterday, I don't know if you saw the picture, I can't remember, I put a picture somewhere. The reason I've cut this too short is because I keep tapping the water with the pole, which I really don't want to do in the winter. Yesterday I actually got a pen out and started to mark up my top kits. I finally decided that actually, for people that are watching my videos and the channel, it'd be quite useful if they knew how deep I was fishing, so I've actually marked up my side kits, or started to. So I will be able to tell you I'm fishing in 14 inches or 16 inches. Thanks, Julian. There you go. Julian's handy conversion chart. Right, so I've just got to sort out catapulting those maggots. I got fish! I booked a fish! I booked a fish on Christmas Day. I booked a fish. It's not an F1, it's a perch. And I swung it, and I should have done, I meant to net all fish at Tunnelwell Farm. Although I think that's small enough. Net to net. Don't do what I just did. Right. Catch the F1 and then I'll need to tighten that up. I knew it would just take a little bit of time. Again, it's a little bit tricky when I go from firing 8mm pellets in on the pellet waggler and on the bomb line to suddenly catapulting maggots. And I'm normally catapulting maggots at 13 metres. Now I'm trying to catapult maggots at 9.5 metres or whatever it is. Just out of practice. That's a fish. That's a fish. Alright, and these fish have gone. What do you mean there's someone fishing? Not on Christmas Day, surely. There we go. Nice little F1. Thank you very much. Absolutely freezing cold. Need a towel. Oh, that is cold. That is cold. Right, I could go home now. Just sit in the warm all day. What's that taking? I'm just going to fire some maggots over to this left hand side with the catapult. Just so there's some bait gone in there. Right. Let's add my maggots. So the stream might be a bit laggy every now and then. It's just about acceptable. So if you haven't given it a like before, can you give it a like now? Because I've caught some fish. Let's get some more people in here to wish him Merry Christmas. The more likes the video gets, the more YouTube is likely to promote a live stream to other people. And on the basis there's no fishing really on telly anymore, then on demand and on YouTube is the way to go. So let's just remind people that fishing is available. Yeah, I've just caught Neil. Thanks for not staying. Yeah, I've had an F1 and a perch. Although I do appreciate it is Christmas Day, so people might not sit and watch the stream all day long. That might cause a few problems for people. Come on, come on, come on. The only thing with catapulting baiting is it's not accurate enough really, I think, for catching a few, then moving and then catching a few more. I don't feel confident in doing that. Well, I say no, that's not true. Maybe you could. I'm going to retract that statement. Biggest issue I've got is the rig, which I'm going to sort in about 10 seconds, I think. Right, you have to bear with me for a few minutes while I sort this line length out. Bear with me. If it drops, I'll be back. Right, hopefully it's still here. Right, 4B. 4B14 metal, it's not really what I want to do. Let's go 4B12. I don't know what day of the week it is, Neil. What day is it today? What's today? Thursday? You've just said syndicate. See, I thought I'd checked in for a match on gold. You sure it's on a syndicate on Sunday? What's today? Thursday? Move those shots. I thought I was fishing Thursday tunnel, Friday tunnel, Saturday off, Sunday gold. Doesn't mean it is gold though. I could have got that completely wrong. But I'm fishing gold in a couple of days time, and then I'm fishing it again on New Year's Eve. Maybe New Year's Eve's on gold. I'll have to check now. I'm booked in, but I clearly don't have a clue what I'm doing, do I? Someone will be like, why didn't you fix this rig an hour ago, Graham? Cut and braid back shots. I'll try it in a minute. Cut and unbraid back shots. Why? Because it helps stabilise the rig, but actually, because this 017 is quite stiff, it comes up in a loop quite a lot when you put the float into. The float doesn't sit down properly, and then when you put the back shots in, it sinks that bit of line so the float sits properly. Just in case anyone wonders what that is for. It's not to sink the float. Just went to fire some maggots in. I think I got a bite, so hold on a second. Right, it's better. Just want to move them back shots a little bit. A bit too close to the float. And I'll get fishing again. Yes, Peter, I've had a perch and a F1. And now I've just sorted out a new pole rig because I've cut the line down too short on the other one. And I need to be accurate, and I'm firing maggots all over the place. But if I make a video, I'll edit all that out. Another bite. Oh. Well, I think there's some fish in the peg now. All I've got to try and do is to sort out this catapulting of bait a little bit more accurately, and then I think we should be good. Tomorrow though, I think it needs to be a pole pot with the lid on, so I can tap maggots in. I think that'll be better. And then if it doesn't work, then get the catapult out, but we'll see. Feels like this line's too long now. That's funny. It's probably not. The wind's going to blow in a minute and I'm going to go, yeah, that's why I did it. Come on, fish. Yeah, no, I suspect I'm not the only angler out. I bet there's a bunch of carp anglers somewhere having bacon rolls on the bank on Christmas Day. I can't be the only person. I can't be the only one. I'm probably the only one live streaming. That's probably true. That is probably true. To catch some more though. Could be that the bait's spread out a bit too much, but I wonder if it's the bait going in with the catapult that drew the fish in to have those couple of bites. I'm really not sure. What seems to happen every time it's a bit difficult, or when I fish the winter like this, I start on a pot and I probably last about 30 minutes. And I'm like, right, that's it, pot's off, catapult's out, I need to make some noise. I think it's probably the complete wrong thing to do when I'm trying to catch F1s, but You're not a perch. A little diddy carp. Hooked in the mouth, just so we know, hooked in the mouth. What a beautiful fish. Ooh. Come on. Come on off the telly. That fish is so cold. So cold. Oh. Hi Terry. Yeah, little baby carp. Oh. Right, I'll quickly put some more bait to this left hand line. I feel like I'm getting in my groove now. Right, a little bit of bait to the left. And then back on that line on the right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this in a minute. I think I've got a tape measure with me. It's just the pole's at the wrong angle. So just a quick message to everyone: if you are subscribed to the channel, make sure you've got the little bell ticked. I think something like 90% of my viewers watch they're subscribed, don't have the notifications on, so you can see when I go live. So if you're not too sure, just unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and then make sure you put the notifications and the bell on. Then you'll get a little ding ding when I go fishing, if you want that, by the way, and when I upload a new video. Otherwise, just subscribed and you don't see when any new content goes up. Come on, fish. And if you're joining me, I'm fishing at Tunnel Barn Farm today. The owner, she opens the gates on Christmas Day if anyone wants to come and have a fish for free, which I think is awesome. This is part of a club. I think most venues are closed today. In fact, all venues are closed today. I think apart from this one. That I know of anyway. I'm sure there's more around the country, but this one I'm aware of, so thank you very much to the Tullabarn Farm for the day. I think this might be the second year now where I've had an entire venue exclusive. Fish on any peg on any lake that I want. I've come here because this is the best signal that I get for live streaming on house pool. But there are, I think it's 9 lakes available. House, Extension, Club, Jenny's, Canal, High, Top, Bottom, New. I've run out of fingers. Was that 9? My favourite lake's actually New Lake. There's a slightly bigger head of carp in it and it suits me a little bit more. Fish and then nothing. I have to spread out in an area. What's the time? Nearly 11:30. I'm glad I sorted that rig out. The wind's got up now from nowhere. I sat in here because the wind was all down the other end of the lake. And now I've got a load of wind in my peg and it feels like the temperature's just gone down about 2 degrees. I've started shivering, so I think it might be time for a warm cup of tea in a minute. Oh, come on. So I'm just flicking that rig out, in case anyone's wondering. You might not be able to see it, in fact you probably can't, but I'm flicking that rig out instead of just dropping it straight down. I'm laying it out so the rig slowly falls to try and give as much opportunity for those fish that might not be on the bottom to see that bait. So I've got a bulk and I've got 2 droppers. So I've got a 4-inch hook length. Then I've got a number 9, I think it is on here. Then I've got 6 inches. Then another number 9. Then I've got another 6 inches. Then I've got my bulk. Effectively it's the same as my river rigs. But my river rigs have a 6-inch hook length, not a 4-inch hook length. In the summer it's different. I'm trying to bomb the rig down as quick as possible. Generally when I'm fishing, but for this maggot fishing in the winter I do want a slow fall on the bait. I do think it makes a difference. Okay, I thought it'd be a little bit better. Like I've mentioned, maybe it's because I'm spreading the fish out a bit. Rather quick putting that out. A quick look. Oh, yeah, don't put it in the tree. A quick look to the left. I think last year on the Boxing Day match I started by potting in a little bit of bait in the right spot with my big pot, and I think maybe I'll do that again tomorrow. Wherever it is I draw, I'll put a little bit of bait in with my big pot, and then I'll use the little pot over the top. Try and avoid getting a catapult out, but if I start like that, if I struggle, then I can get the catapult out, but I really just have the feeling it's spreading the fish out all over the place. I also think it would help if the maggots were wriggling a lot more, but when I've had them outside, they're really cold already. Alright. Well, a couple more minutes here and then I'll time for a cup of tea, I think. I can fish a third line even further around to my right towards that other platform. I don't think I'm going to. If I'd have brought the pot, I might have potted bait on all three spots, but forgetting that was a bit of a mistake today. it's time for the very rarely seen flask, because I want a cup of tea. Oof, it's chilly. Oh, that's better. Right, how's everyone doing? Have fun, Steve. Enjoy your family, and wish you a Merry Christmas from the channel. Seems a bit weird, but say anyway. I said I want to have a cup of tea, like I've had one mouthful and I'm straight back out fishing again. One little sip. Right, that'll do. All fishing. Oh, that was a little dink. In a flask. Well, what choice do I have? What choice do I have? I'm not bringing a kettle. I could bring a camping stove and a kettle, but tea in a flask is all right when it's a couple of degrees like it is today. In fact, it's probably not even a couple of degrees, it's probably 5. I'm just so not used to it. Probably a lot of people going, what's his problem? Why is he cold? Yeah, nothing wrong with a cup of tea out of a flask. I feel like there's more chance of a bite on this right hand lane now. Oh, there we go, there's a bite and a fish. Oh, that's a perch and a half, isn't it? Look at that. You would think I'd caught that on a lobworm. There we go, shows your fin. Oh, I'm not going to pull your mouth to get it up. There we go. Lovely Tunnel Barn Farm perch, look at that. Right. More tea. I'm going to put some bait on this right again, and then I'm just going to move the phone, and we're going back to the right hand side for a minute. Left hand side, he says. I want to get a bite off this rig, off this line. Oh. It's easier to drink the tea. Do, 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 do. Okay, I might turn around in a minute because the sun's in my eyes. So I need to remember for tomorrow, the sun's going to come up over that bank. So I guess as this year ends and the new one's going to start soon, it's worth talking about what's going to go on, you know, in 2026. Well, we've got a few more matches to fish this year out. I've got one tomorrow, one in a couple of days at Gold Valley, and then another one at Gold Valley, and then I think the final, oh no, that'll be into next year actually. And I start the year on the river and probably fishing the pole feeder again. So I've got another couple of matches in the next 2 weeks. Sorry, 10 days. And then next year I've booked in for a few festivals already. I'm in for the Spring Spectacular here at Tunnel Barn Farm. I'm going to go to White Acres, not fishing it on a competition, but I'm going to go on a little family holiday to White Acres, and I'm going to fish there for a couple of days. So that's on the agenda, and I'll do a little video. We'll book my Fishermania ticket. I'll do some Maver match this here, see if I can qualify for some big money matches. River Fest, I might fish. We're not hosting it as a club this year. But we might, I might go and fish Clanfield Stretch because I think they've got a qualifier there. So I've got more festivals coming up, more big money matches, and then obviously loads of club matches in between to keep me entertained. And I wish I hadn't started all that before I cleared my throat. Anyway, so lots to come, lots to come. Yeah, it's quite... Anyway, Merry Christmas, Ant. Just can't quite get that presentation right. I just want to give this left hand side a little bit of time in case I draw it tomorrow. Although I think maybe in front of me is the main place, and then this is a little throwaway up towards this left bit, but if that wind's going to blow the same way, it just makes fishing this left way more awkward. And now I've realised the sun comes up that way a little bit more. It just adds to the difficulty in fishing to my left. I was going to say it is easier for my side tray, but maybe I need to when I fish the pole, maybe I need to put this side tray on the right hand side, which would just blow my brain really. But if I could learn to fish with this on my right hand side, it'd be a lot easier for when I fish the pole, just because it's easier to naturally look down and look at the phone. When it's on my right, you know. Anyway, that's enough of that. Oh, it is chilly. Still. Even the maggots are cold, you know. Are you fishing, Anthony? Oh, well done, Neil, for third on Syndicate. Got to sort this catapulting out. Can't be putting bait in the wrong place when it's like this. Actually, if it's going to be this windy, I think I might fish a metal stem float, not a carbon one, just for some more stability. Ah, okay. Lovely grayling you caught the other day, by the way. Saw the pictures yesterday. I would fancy a little bit of that if I could ever get an invite. Come on, fish. I've sprayed bait everywhere. Why aren't I getting loads of bites? Just go out another half a section. Excuse me, I've got a bad throat today. Go out another half a section where I've been catapulting bait and it's been going too far, to see if they're just sitting over here. I need to remember that for tomorrow actually. Just if my catapulting's too bad, I'll check the distances, check the depths, and I'll check the depth like a little bit further than where I really intend to fish. And then if my catapulting's a bit rubbish, if I end up catapulting bait, I can just stick another section on. And just fish over it. It should be pretty uniform, so. Just give it a couple of minutes here to see if the fish are sitting further out. Oh, it came off. It came off. How's that maggot managed to double over? Look at the mess that maggot's got itself in. The first maggot's twisted back over the hook. Yeah, I could do that tomorrow. That would give me a little bit of protection from overshoot on the overshoot on the catapult. Whew. So I got quite a lot of views on my Preston trolley review video, which is quite nice. I appreciate a lot of people have watched that. Hopefully it was helpful. Just give you some insights about a piece of tackle from someone like myself. So I thought that was quite good. And I really am impressed with it. Ironically, I haven't brought it today. I think where I've got really flat land and I'm not bringing much gear, I'll still continue to bring the old trolley. Just because where I haven't got so much gear, I haven't got some of the difficulties in packing it in the car. It's a bit more lightweight, but I have the ability to still keep hold of both, so that's what I'm going to do. But any new bits of gear that I get that I think are worth talking about, then I think I'll do the same. I'll do a little independent review video. I do actually getting a little bit more difficult. They will go end of life. And I'm not a fan of the new Arity Pro, I think it is. And I don't want to step up to an Air Z for my needs. So I think probably what I'll end up doing is replacing this with a G90 if I end up breaking too many more sections on it. Yeah, the wind is barely cold, which is why I'm shivering. My maggot spread is huge. That's probably why I'm not catching much. There could be £400 of fish in my peg right now. Yeah, that's why I've got it, Anthony. That's exactly why I've got it. As this pole gets older and getting extra sections for it becomes more and more difficult, then switching makes a lot more sense. There's branches coming off the tree hitting me. I'm trying to net the fish. Little F1. I've also sat on the least windiest peg though, Anthony. I had sort of choices to make, you know. It was around where can I get a stream going. That was one factor, but the wind is a huge factor. It's absolutely belting in over that far bank, and if I've come for a little pleasure fishing session, there's no way I'm sitting over there today. So 1 carp, 2 F1s, 2 perch. I'm a little bit cold, but I'm not freezing cold like I would be over there, so it really does not look pretty over there right now. 20 minutes and then gone home. In fact, I would never have done it. So even there, the wind's terrible. I tell you what, I might even pack a rod. I don't know how many people are fishing tomorrow, and I don't know which lake we're fishing on. I suspect it's this one. I don't know where it'll be pegged, but I might actually pack a rod and be prepared to fish a maggot feeder tomorrow. If I draw over there, it'll be horrible. Just want to see if I can just get that drop. Yeah, it could well be getting bites like this. If you wind it back to 10:30 or whatever, when I got my first bite, you could hear the excitement in my voice. So I'm going for another 50 minutes. I think we'll fish till 1 o'clock. Fish till 1 o'clock, I think. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've got a few things I need to go and sort out when I get home. Get the right stuff in my tackle bag. Get the right bits in my box. Need to make up a few more 4B14 floats, although if I'm over there tomorrow it's 4B16. I'm going to pack a rod in the car to fish a maggot feeder, because why not? You know, one of them tiny little maggot feeders, you know, like the Preston ones where you get about 8 maggots in, something like that, maybe. Chuck it to the island. And tomorrow be prepared to put a pot of bait in to start, maybe. Drop it from a height. Bring some crushed expander. If it gets a bit cold, remember to ship past my bait if I end up with another disastrous catapult day. And maybe bring some chopped worm. Now I've got a pot of log worms in the fridge, because I've now caught more perch than F1s. Maybe feed a little bit less bait tomorrow as well. If it's in the catapult, that is. Excuse me. Looks lovely, doesn't it though? I really do like this lake. Few islands in it, a lot of fishing to the islands in the summer. Fishing to the cover, tapping, firing casters. And then in the winter time, slightly deeper water catching on maggot. It's lovely. Tomorrow it could be fishing 14.5 metres towards that island actually, with a few maggots. I could dob maggots or bread. I prefer dobbing maggots, but we'll see. Maybe 3 maggots on a 16, something like that. There's definitely some fish sitting further out. I bumped that one off. It's clearly a result of the... I think it's a result of the catapulting. Or the inaccurate catapulting, I should say. I think I've outgrown this Daiwa top as well, I think. I'll get a new jacket. Next season. Ooh, right. "45 minutes. Come to the most prolific F1 venue in the country and catch perch. Definitely tells me I've not quite got it right for the F1s today. I'll be turning the heating on when I get in the car, that's for sure. I'm just going over kind of what the session's done and, you know, what I think's gone wrong, and then a few things that have gone right. I think tons have gone wrong. I'm not sure about the 017 to 013, but I'm confident in catching anything and everything on it. But maybe that causes me a little bit of issues with the number of bites. I've had a big problem with the bait presentation, with the length of line on the rig. This one is too long after changing it for one that was too short. It's not causing me big problems, but it's not quite right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep both rigs and just take them home, and I'll just check how long they are, so I can have it right in my head for tomorrow. And then float size, this is a 4x12. I started on a 4x14. It's not very shallow, it's not very deep, sorry, but so I don't know if I want a carbon. I feel like I've got a couple of bites on the where it's settled, and that'll be much better on a carbon float than it is on a metal stem float. But if I'm over there tomorrow, it's not going to matter of monkeys. So I need to make sure I've got enough of each set up and ready to go. I think I need some 16 hooks ready for dobbing. I need to have that ready to go. Catapult, I don't know if it's been my friend or my enemy. Might have been my friend. I'm going to go back and watch that video from last year, from Boxing Day, just to see how it did pan out. I think there is a few fish here. I've spread them out, that's for sure. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Let's see, but and then what's gone right? Blue hydro works for me. Coarse F1s, little carp. Happy with red maggots. I want to bring some crushed expander. Fish are absolutely freezing. Having the extra pole section on works, but I must remember to keep feeding in the same spot, and then I can then ship out further. What I've done a couple of times is I've shipped out further and I've fed further. It's just a practice problem. So that's all alright. So yeah, maybe more's gone right than bad, but there's definitely some, I think, issues, and I've got to sort my tackle out and make sure I've got a pole pot, a pole cup in my bag. I'm probably still not going to bring the other bag tomorrow, and then packing the other two wheels to my trolley might help. Again, there I've just done the same thing. I've shipped out to the further spot on the pole, and then I've fed further. All I'm doing is I'm just fishing these fish further and further towards the island, spreading them out even more. So we've got to fix that tomorrow. Can't fish like that in a match. If you think about how long this section is, what's this, 1.5 meters? I've spread the fish over that whole distance with catapulting my bait instead of potting it in over, you know, a 2-inch radius, something like that. So of course I'm not going to get as many bites. So lots of things to think about. It's definitely been good to come out and have a little try today. Otherwise I would have been doing this tomorrow. And you know, like last week I was fishing on the pole feeder, as I was mentioning. It just, when you switch from one to the other and to the other, it's just a lot to think about and get right. That's what I reckon anyway. Oops. Even though I want to ship, I feel like I want to ship out further. Excuse me. Oh, what that bump off. Could be the fish just want to be nearer the island, actually. Well, it's a F1 venue. Really, I should be catching more F1s than perch, but maybe. And there are a lot of perch in here. Don't get, you know, and there's some cracking perch, but I don't think you're going to win with a weight of perch. I think I'm just not getting enough right to catch F1s. Or maybe they're towards the island, I don't know. It's the only thing that's I've not sorted out for tomorrow. There's so many in it though. They could be huddled up into some balls though, I don't know. Well, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have to fish until I get another fish now, whenever that is, because there's a danger that I want to end on a fish and then I end up getting to 1 o'clock and I haven't caught one, and I haven't caught one at 1:15, and I haven't caught one at 1:30, and then everything goes wrong. So next fish we're finishing. I'm going to bring that bait in the house, so the maggots are wriggling. So last thing to say, if you've watched the stream, you enjoyed it, you're not subscribed, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's an easy way to find your way back. It's a free way to support the channel, and if you do, then don't forget to put the notifications on with the little bell so you get a notification when I go live. But a lot of people don't, and hopefully we're about to finish on a fish, because that'll be the best way to end the stream, I think. Oh, I'm not using my catapult. Right, I'll let my catapult and the fish. Lovely little F1 to finish. Otherwise the danger I don't catch one. So as I was saying, if you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the video, if you watch it later, enjoy some content, catching some F1s and some other fish, then please hit the subscribe button. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and maybe you come back again in the next couple of days while I'm fishing some more matches. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop there. I think that's the right move. Thank you for coming. If you are subscribed to the channel, then that's awesome. I have actually opened subscriptions on the channel. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, those are available too. And yeah, so that's it really. So this is Tunnel Barn Farm, Christmas Day 2025, catching some F1s and some perch, a nice little pristine carp. I'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Ta-da.